Now the next song, Battle Cry, that is to me the best song on the album, hands down. The beat, the lyrics, the flow, everything. Polo G really killed Battle Cry. So this is the first time in the album where the sequencing actually didn't make too much sense to me. How the beat from Pop Out is so different from the beat in Battle Cry. It's crazy. Like they have no musical similarities, yet somehow it still sounds okay. Like it doesn't give you a jolt to go from one to the next. But you know, I think that's dope to point out, because that takes a certain amount of, you know, musical knowledge to be able to do that. You know, they had no musical similarities, but they still transition smoothly. It's a very emotional and poetic beat. I feel like it's very vulnerable, and he matches that perfectly with his lyrics. Lyrically very cohesive. He's introspective, he's reflective. Like I said, he's vulnerable. It shows a different type of maturity, not necessarily in the social awareness conscious kind, but you know, in that reflective and introspectiveness that he shows. It, you know, again, he's only 18 or 19 when he made this, but he has such a clear picture of his pain in his life and his history. In this song, I know Polo G, when you listen to his lyrics, you can tell he's always speaking from his heart. You know, I think that's a big reason why people love him. But in this song, the performance and the presentation really sounds like he's speaking from his heart. Like it's in your face. You know, anybody who listens to it that doesn't know Polo G, you could listen to this and just hear the vulnerability and the heartfeltness in his voice and in his presentation. This one I feel like gives thematic background. You know, this is the first song where I feel like there's no juxtaposition to where he's at to where he's from. This is the first song that is all about where he's from subject-wise. And I feel like it gives that thematic background. It gives, you know, a lot of insight to the gravity of the trauma and violence and, you know, struggle of where he's from. So when he paints that juxtaposition of how miraculous it is that he made it, you get to grasp that more, because, you know, not everybody can relate to that type of environment. Those that can relate, you know, they already relate. They don't need that, even though this is a dope song. But for the ones that can't relate, I feel like it gives a lot of that insight and thematic background to who he is and where he's from and what he's been through. Like I said, very cohesive and well put together. You know, some of the lines are, I look my brother in his eyes and see the pain in him. He said, addicted to this ecstasy, I like how it make me feel. She got me through some hard times, I lost my mind for real. A lot of shit happened way too fast, I ain't have time to heal. Ed was gonna make it on the court, but he died in the field. You know, so all that is about where he's from. You know, the vulnerability, again, he admitted to being addicted to ecstasy. In the second verse, I think he admits to anxiety. I think it's on this song. You know what I'm saying? That takes a amount of vulnerability. You know, he's not pretending to be tougher and bigger than what he is. And again, I think that's a big reason why people love him and why people could fuck with his realness. You know, he returns to that theme of hopelessness again, which, like I said, adds to the, you know, the background of where he's from and why it's so miraculous that he made it. And he switches his flow on the second verse. You know, so many rappers nowadays, you hear the whole song kind of has the same flow, or the chorus has its flow and then the verses have its own flow. But in this song, his first verse, the flow is completely different from his second verse, and that shows technical skill. And you don't see that a lot nowadays. You know, that shows versatility and technical skill. He's come with the bars. The intro, he had no chorus, straight bars. You know, he's had catchy choruses. The way he flows to the beats and, you know, switches it up, you know, with that Through the Storm beat. And now he's doing this, you know, having a song where the two verses have different flows from each other. This shows a lot of technical skill, especially for someone his age. You know, so that's why this is my favorite song. I feel like it's so tight. The whole song is so cohesive. There's nothing wrong with it, for real. You know, the perfect song on the album.